Welcome to the Venus in Science series. Today we're going to talk about Venus in Taurus. If you are the most loyal partner until someone crosses your boundary, a boundary that you never told anyone about, or if you stay in a relationship long after the spark has gone, just because you don't feel like making a change, we need to talk about your Venus in Taurus. Your love language is physical touch and quality time. In this video, we're going to talk about your stubbornness with money, your deep need for security, and the shadow side no one tells you about. If you have Venus in Taurus, do you stay in a relationship because you're happy or because you've invested too much in this relationship and it feels too much exhausting to start all over again? Let me know in the comments. Hi, I'm Christine. I'm evolutionary astrologer and life coach. I'm so glad you're here. It's my heart mission to empower you and inspire you through the knowledge of astrology. I'd love you to meet our community and join our community, the Evolving Self Tribe. We meet once a week, one-on-one on Zoom to grow together as a community. If you're interested about your blueprint, your human design, or your personal journey, I also offer one-on-one consultation sessions on Zoom. If you're looking for some extra support, or if you would like to learn more, reach out to me. I would love to share with you my classes and how we can work together. Now let's talk about your Venus in Taurus. Venus is home in Taurus, which makes you a natural lover. You don't do quick and fast like Aries. You're actually slow and consistent in love. You're steady. You do quality and longevity. You make your partner feel safe with you, no matter how much the world is very chaotic outside. In other words, you are talented in creating a world of comfort for your lover. You're actually zero interested in fast food love relationships or even thrills. You are looking for forever stable relationship. And you are willing to wait years for the real one rather than just being in something that doesn't sound real to you. Now let's talk about your money. You are actually the master of manifestation. You have a natural gift for building wealth because you are focused on stability. You don't just want paycheck, you want assets, resources. The reason why you attract abundance because you treat resources with respect and you're willing to wait for a very long time to acquire the resources and assets you want. You've got the patience to watch over your money grow. Do you find yourself falling in love easier when you are stable financially? Let me know in the comments. Now, what about your shadow side? Everybody has one. Because you value stability too much, your weak point is stagnation. You can actually stay in a dead or a toxic relationship for years just because you're afraid of trying again and starting all over again. You're also afraid of the unknown. You mistake consistency with connection. You could stay unhappy for years in a relationship because you don't want to change. You'd rather be unhappy and comfortable than happy and uncertain. And this is where your stubbornness kicks in. Once you make up your mind about someone, it's very difficult for you to change, even when the facts around you changed. You start to treat your partner as a permanent part of your environment. So, one of your weakest points is clinging. You become so possessive that you try to freeze your partner in their place. You don't want them to change, move, or grow because any shift means it's threatening your own stability and peace. You start to treat them as a given, something that always has to be there, no matter what. So what happens to Venus in Taurus when they are unhappy? Well, they reach out to something that smooth and soothe their own unhappiness, which is overindulgence. The mentality of treating myself sometimes gets out of control when you feel unloved or stressed. You might find yourself spending on high experiences just to feel safe and secured and grounded. You become focused on your material world as a shield to help you avoid looking at how you're feeling deep inside yourself. You need to remember that happiness comes from your own heart, your own steady heart, rather than what you can get or afford or have. The secret that you won't tell anybody is that your calm exterior behavior or look is a mask deep inside you. Deep inside you, you're terrified that if you lose your partner or your comfort things that you own, which means it could be a threat to losing your own stability. So your biggest fear is being unsafe. You'll do anything to avoid having this feeling. Tell me, if everything changes in your outward physical appearance, would you still feel safe if you lose your financial stability? As a Taurus, as a Venus in Taurus, would you still feel safe inside? Tell me in the comments. If you have Venus in Taurus, here are my guidelines and advices if you really want to continue staying and feeling in love. Relationships is like plants. You need to water them and they need sunlight to grow. Try to get out of the stagnation. Keep dating your partner and keep trying new things every day. Make sure that your relationship isn't a habit. Change the scenery, change the atmosphere around you. Make sure you're connected with the person, not the routine that you have with the person. So try to get out of the regular routine. Go out for dates, go for coffee, go for walks. Just try to change how this relationship is shaped with your partner. The second thing, remind yourself that you're a beautiful being regardless of what you own. Your value isn't in your steady income or your steady checks or your steady bank account. Your value is in your beautiful heart and what you can offer to the world. You're enough as you are. The third thing, don't wait until you feel totally overwhelmed to speak up. Use your voice to share your feelings in a very gentle way, as gentle as you are, so your partner can understand your needs and act accordingly. Last but not least, choose happiness over longevity. Practice of letting go of situations and relationships that no longer makes you feel happy or peaceful or doesn't bring any value to your life. As much as it's difficult, staying in a very long relationship, being miserable, is not going to help you, is not going to make your life valuable over time. In fact, it will make you feel miserable. And you can't be loving and caring if you don't feel happy in a relationship. I want to leave you with a final note. Venus in Taurus is the anchor of the zodiac. When you're happy, you are the best. When you're balanced, you offer a very one-of-a-kind, stable, and loving relationship. Just remember, you are allowed to be happy and safe at the same time. I'll see you next in Venus and Gemini. Thank you for watching.